Good evening, I'm Taylor Thomas with a CTV News Update. Maryland Senator Ben Cardin took time this morning to talk to seniors about the new law that will lower the price of prescription drugs. The senator was joined by a number of local leaders at the District Heights Youth and Family Service Building. There he spoke about the big benefits of the Inflation Reduction Act.
We are going to be saving billions, hundreds of billions of dollars as a result of now saying we are going to implement negotiated price. And we're going to tell the pharmaceutical industry with existing drugs, you can't increase their price greater than the cost of inflation. So we're really putting some controls in here on costs. On the other side, we're putting protection for the Medicare consumer.
The law caps the annual prescription cost to $2,000. It also lowers the price of insulin to $35 per prescription. Some are paying hundreds of dollars for it. In addition, Cardin says the law now allows Medicare to negotiate a lower price for some drugs. To read more about the new legislation, go to whitehouse.gov and search Inflation Reduction Act. Masks will soon become an option for county student, teachers, and staff. The school district announced that it will end its mandatory mask rule and switch to an optional policy beginning next Tuesday, September 6th. Meantime, Dr. Monica Golson says she has big plans for the new academic year.
We have three priorities, and we're going to focus on creating a positive school climate and culture, making sure that our students and staff are safe, providing mental health wellness and social-emotional learning strategies for our students, and we're going to have a focus on accelerating our achievement in mathematics.
The school system says it will continue to consult with health leaders on its mask-wearing policy. Slow down. That's the message to drivers from school safety experts. Officials from the Maryland Center for School Safety are asking drivers to ease off the pedal when passing school zones and buses. Remember, in Maryland, motorists are required to stop behind buses when those red flashing lights come on. Also, students who walk or take the bus should always pay attention to their surroundings.
Phones can be incredibly distracting, not just day to day, but also especially while we're walking. So, we want to ensure that kids are, again, paying attention, not, looking at your phone. You can run into obstacles, you can have tripping hazards, all sorts of things. And then finally, the last thing is to stay together, to watch out for each other.
Meanwhile, Hession reminds residents that they can anonymously report any safety concerns. You can just call 1-833-MD-BE-SAFE or visit safeschoolsmaryland.org. A car crashes into a Gaithersburg townhome, sparking a fire. The incident occurred yesterday at Orchard Ridge Drive. Tonight, authorities say the driver, a 62-year-old man, has died of his injuries. Authorities say the victim may have suffered a medical emergency. 3 townhomes were damaged in the incident, displacing 6 adults. A Maryland man is going to jail for his role in the January 6 insurrection. Silver Spring resident, that is Joshua Pruitt, was sentenced to 55 months behind bars for felony breach of the U.S. Capitol. Affiliated with the Proud Boys extremist group, Pruitt was one of nearly 900 people arrested for violently overtaking the Capitol building. You're watching CTV News. I'm Taylor Thomas. Coming up, the Community Forklift is looking for a new home. We'll have an update coming up next.
I'm Byron Scott, and this is Community Forklift. And right now, they're looking for a new home.
It's like to go to war, to bravely step forward and sacrifice for what you believe is right. We see those who are redefining what it means to serve, to be a patriot, a hero, and to save lives. From our nation's injured veterans to the faces of courage across America today, we see you, we support you, we salute you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
A 17-year-old boy has been charged with the shooting death of a 17-year-old girl in Suitland last Sunday. He's being charged as an adult. The victim has been identified as Trinaja Riles. The incident happened on the 3300 block of Curtis Drive. Investigators say the victim and suspect were among a group involved in an ongoing dispute. It was during a confrontation. Police say that's when Riles was shot. Anyone with information about the case is urged to contact police. On the first day of school in Prince George's County, 2 students are arrested for having a gun on campus. Both incidents happened at Suitland High School. The first arrest involved a 16-year-old who was wanted for a June 26 carjacking in District Heights. Once the school resource officer and police found the student, they discovered a gun in the waistband of his pants. The second arrest came a short time later following a tip from a concerned parent. Arrested was 18-year-old Christopher Harris. Police say a weapon was found in his backpack. No one was hurt. Police say both incidents are under investigation. Here are the latest COVID-19 numbers for our area. The Maryland Department of Health has confirmed 1,135 new cases. The county's positivity rate is at 12.04%. 16 Marylanders have died of COVID over the past 24 hours, and 524 people remain hospitalized. After 17 years, at his current site in Edmonston, a Prince George's nonprofit is searching for a new home. Byron Scott has our story.
And we act as a catalyst to take waste, generate it in the community, and convert it into economic and community assets.
If you are working on a home improvement project, chances are Community Forklift in Edmonston has what you need.
We have doors and windows, tools, hardware.
There are chairs, chandeliers, an array of lamps, even the Statue of Liberty.
Toilets and sinks and tile.
And just about everything in this building has been diverted from a landfill, thus given a second life.
That's part of the beauty. It's like people bring the stuff in, somebody else comes and needs that item, and they come and get it. And we do much more. We pay people, we employ people, we create good jobs in the community, and we work with a lot of community organizations and partner to ensure that these materials get used in the best way possible.
Well, as we said, Community Forklift has been in this 40,000 square foot building for quite a few years. But recently, the owner of the building, Washington Gas, notified Community Forklift that they'd have to move, and that is posing some challenges.
Well, the first thing that goes through your mind is like I've said, it's like if you think it's, the difficulty of moving one household, it's like we provide enough materials for probably 1,000 households. So I've got to handle lots of different kinds of interesting stuff and figure out what we're going to do.
The building is owned by Washington Gas, which recently informed Community Forklift that it would have to relocate because it wanted to reduce commercial activity on the site. And with warehouse vacancy rates in Prince George's County low, Meyer is asking people to weigh in on possible sites.
We've had a lot of folks come to us and suggest properties, which we're following up on. So we're looking, working very closely in partnership with Prince George's County, with EDC and David Iannucci and his staff. The Department of the Environment's been very supportive. The County Executive's Office has been very supportive. And everyone is we're beginning to more intensively look and getting a lot more feedback on possible sites.
Meyer says not to worry, they aren't going anywhere just yet.
I think it's going to take, it's going to be a little bit of time. I mean, we're not closing. We're not going to close this site until a new site is secured and ready to roll.
Byron Scott, CTV News.
Community Forklift is located at 4671 Tanglewood Drive in Edmonston. It's open 7 days a week from noon until 5. And still ahead on CTV News tonight, a winning performance that is for Serena Williams at the U.S. Open. Details after the break. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A Prince George's husband has been charged in the murder of his wife. The suspect is 64-year-old Ernest Hayden. Officers were called to the 2000 block of Amherst Road for a welfare check on Sunday. When police arrived, they found 60-year-old Pauline Hayden unresponsive in her home. She was pronounced dead on the scene. Hayden has been charged with first-degree murder. Prince George's police are asking anyone with information on this case to contact police at 301-516-2512. Commanders rookie running back Brian Robinson has been released from the hospital. The 23-year-old was shot in the leg and glute on Sunday during a robbery on 8th Street in D.C. His surgery was successful, but he's not out the woods yet. Meantime, D.C. police are asking for the public's help in identifying the two suspects wanted for the shooting. MPD released this image from a surveillance camera of the police, the people that they're looking for this crime. Coach Ron Rivera is happy that Robinson is okay, but he's angry over the situation.
This continues to be a nationwide epidemic, gun violence, and I think we really got to start getting to the point where we start talking about gun safety. We can't make this a partisan issue. This has to be something that everybody has to work on together in our communities throughout the United States. And it can happen. It just shows you can happen anywhere and to anybody. So it's something that we need to work on and come together to be able to solve. And again, I'm talking about gun safety.
It's a wake-up call to everybody. Just like, there's real life problems out there in this world, but thankfully Brian's doing well, I'm told, and look forward to seeing him.
Next week, Robinson will meet with the team doctors to assess the damage and discuss rehab. The University of Maryland's football season is upon us as the Terps go up against the University of Buffalo on Saturday. Coming off of a bowl game last year, head coach Michael Lasky says he's excited for the new season. During a preseason press conference today, he said he's pleased with his team's ability to stay healthy so far. He also said he's expecting a tough game from Buffalo this weekend.
I know our guys are looking forward to competing against players other than themselves this weekend. There's no doubt we have the talent, but now we have to go out and execute, and that to me is the important thing. Things we've got to do going into week one, and when I talk about us taking care of the things we can control, it's on both sides of the ball. On defense, we have to limit the big plays and then create turnovers, and then on the offensive side of the ball, we have to manufacture or create big plays and then take great care of the football. And if we can do those two things in game one, that'll give us a great foundation to build upon as we move through our season.
Kickoff is at 12 noon on Saturday. Student athletes at the University of Maryland now have a way to profit off their image or likeness while playing college sports. The Terps have launched Maryland Marketplace. This platform allows current and alum athletes to make money off items with their face or likeness on it. From t-shirts and hats to shout-outs and signed autographs, athletes from the university's 20 teams will be given an online profile and the ability to control what is sold with their image on it. Now, if you're wondering right now about the most popular Terps, it's former Commanders player Vernon Davis. If you want a shout-out from him, prepare to shell out $5,000. The 2022 U.S. Open is underway, and last night all eyes were on Serena Williams in her first match which was expected to be her last tournament of her remarkable career. Williams overcame shaky start over Danka Kanovic, that is 6-3, 6-3. After the game, Serena talked about her mindset and her impact on the sport.
I think every opponent is very difficult, and I've seen that over the summer, and the next one is even more difficult. So it's good that I was able to, get this under my belt, and I don't know. I'm just not even thinking about that. I'm just thinking about just this moment, and I think it's good for me just to live in the moment now. I never thought I would have that impact, ever. I was just a girl trying to play tennis, and in a time where I could develop this impact and be a voice, and it was just so authentic because, I do what I do and I just do it authentically me, and I think people could really relate to that.
We're definitely proud of her. Well, that will do it for tonight's CTV News. Until tomorrow, thanks for staying with us.